Right, welcome back to Another Knowledges. And I was just there watching the video by Jungle Surfer where he was talking about David and Diana and DNA and AIDS. And apparently what the T's had done was code in the DNA and AIDS idea. You know, it's obviously it's like a hidden code about David and Diana. As you can see here, it's a sin. And David Furnish and older brother John and younger brother Peter. So it's like David, John, Peter. Of course, they're all biblical characters, right? But in this video, I'm looking at AIDS because I've noticed some funny things about this AIDS. Right, first of all, right, this AIDS, right, become like Dias, right, which means days. And if you remember the Freddie Mercury song, when he was supposed to have AIDS, right, it was called "These Were the Days of Our Lives" or something, right? And there's also this. So a dias is about a raised platform, right? So take the idea of campaigning and all that, in this public speaking and campaigning and all this type of idea, right? There could be a lot to do with it. Obviously, that looks very like Masonic, even Masonic Hall or something, right? But obviously, you know, like the campaigning and public speaking idea, there's a lot to do with that AIDS, you know, the apparent disease and that, right? Campaigning and you know, giving speeches and rostrum and all this. Table or platform. Here's the "Those Were the Days of Our Lives" video by Queen and Freddie Mercury. Read at the time he was supposed to have AIDS. And obviously looked skinny as. Looked pretty ill, you know what I mean? And but there's something about this AIDS idea which is, you know, hidden away, a cover up, right? It's basically a cover up for people in the T program, you know? Obviously, the idea of it was that it was a sexually transmitted disease that anybody could catch and it would kill them in that, right? Of course, you have a type of Levi's idea again, like Elvis and Levi's and all that in this. And it was released in the wake of Mercury's supposed death, right? I mean, he looked pretty ill, like, but you know what I mean? They never give the correct, you know, dates about when the people's died and all that. I mean, he looked pretty ill, like, it's for sure, but he didn't, you know what I mean? They give the dates in a sort of ritualistic manner and that. Love of my life, of course, you know, T program. So there's something about this AIDS which is basically a cover up for people like within their own trans program, right? And as I was saying about like the David Furnish feed. And again, in the Furnish idea, you've got the idea of the palace of the high priest type of thing, you know. Like it's always to do with that royal house and royal court and all that. His two brothers are supposed to be John and Peter. Of course, a lot of biblical stuff about this type of thing. And then, you know, the fall of man idea followed by the resurrection. Well, that means, you know, that's transcode thing. First, the natural one falls, and then after the resurrection, come back as a trans, right? So that's all the transcode. Great apostles and all this. Elton John Yates Foundation here, right? And as we know, the AIDS idea, right, is meant to be about, well, it was created as a hex to stop reproduction, basically, right? So interestingly, you've got the word Jaffa in that, Jaffa, basically a seedless orange in that, which is often used as a, like in a metaphor for being, infertile, right? Jaffa. That's pretty strange, like. And the whole hex seed was created, was chewing out the profanes and naturals to make them scared to, indulge in the sex. Thereby, like, luring the baby levels, the population levels, see. Like the Prince Philip coming back as an reincarnating as a COVID disease to reduce population levels, see. They love the idea of reducing the population levels amongst their natural people, see. That's what they're all about. Of course, the hex. And they're chaired by David Furnish, furniture in a chair. You know what I mean? Like that dice thing, all about a podium for speech and all this with a chair, right? And there's Ryan White, of course, the black and white idea, right? And Freddie Mercury, of course. The Joppa Club. Yeah. Yeah, more strange ideas from the Bible, right? Like Peter and John are put in prison, right? Who believe no one will be raised from the dead. While we're talking to the people, see, the talking to the people idea, right? They were the Deus or whatever, an AIDS type of idea, right? So it's all about like putting a public platform for something, right? But it's not what they're claiming it is, but it's got like a dualistic meaning, right? Of course, David and Jonathan, formed a covenant, taking a mutual oath. So of course you can apply that to Elton John and David Furnish. Desiring God. So in the AIDS, it's called the acquired immune deficiency syndrome, right? That's the profane meaning what they give you. Affects population size. But it's interesting that the kid who was meant to have died from it was called Ryan White. So you got the Ryan that is like the resurrection idea, right? And the White. You've got a lot of African ideas connected to AIDS. Apparently the AIDS comes from Africa, right? Transmission from non-humans to humans. And apparently it was supposed to come from chimpanzees and gorillas, right? They basically originate in non-human primates in Central and West Africa. There's a lot of interesting codes. But definitely meant to lure populations type of thing and stop people reproducing children, as a hex. Yeah. Of course, the HIV is like the hive, the hive mind. So it's like the hive mind, and the beekeepers like the pharaohs. The hive mind meaning regard producing uncritical conformity or collective intelligence, like the collective mind idea, or like the 100th monkey type of syndrome and all this. Unified consciousness with the sort of queen idea, exerting control over the constituent members. So you see like the hive mind idea and all that. To control people's thinking, right? There are a lot of good in this, right? The first beekeepers, supposedly from Egypt, right? The ancient Egypt idea. Egypt, of course, is the Black Lands, right? So again, you're seeing a lot of African type idea, right? The first beekeepers, right? And they're called Apis. The bees in the genus Apis. Apiculturists, right? So this is good as far as I'm concerned, like, right? Apiculturists, Apis. Pharaoh means the great house, again, like the royal house, the royal court ideas, right? And they obviously, love the beekeeper idea because there's one what isn't even, they're making a movie, it's not even like the year yet, right? So I always love beekeeper. Of course, beekeeper, black and white, not black and white, black and yellow, stripes. Of course, like this, basically to me, this means the 6 and 7, That's what that means to me, the 6 and 7. Yeah, like the Billy Goat chin beard and snake on the head for hypnosis, maybe type of thing. The hypnosis to these pharaoh idea in charge of the hive mind. Putting their consciousness into the, those under control in the hive mind. Really. Obviously, like you get a lot of code in BBC. Really. But I don't think anyone's ever pointed out, like for example, BB 2 and then 3, so it becomes a 7, right? Of course, people say like the British Brainwashing Corporation and all this. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say about the 2 B's, as in a flying B, BBC. You know what I mean? So whichever way you look at it, it's for mind control and not this BBC thing. Whichever way you look at it, like. And of course, when you have royal house, royal court ideas, your Chamberlain is manager of royal noble household, right? An official. Remember, so it's all to do with the royal household and all the rest of it, right? No, basically, going into the Hebrew, this Chamberlain becomes a eunuch, right? So member of the royal household and all this, an official of the royal court, basically a eunuch, right? There's John the Lord Chamberlain, otherwise known as John the Eunuch, Mysteries. Pretty good, like. Chamberlain is basically Campbell, right? About the same, so he has got an actor called Chamberlain Campbell, right? Obviously a eunuch. Yeah. Campbell Chamberlain, so of course, the two got together very well, like. See, here you get Scott Campbell with the talks at Elton John AIDS Foundation. Right, Naomi Campbell, Elton John's AIDS dinner. And in actual fact, there's quite a few Campbells, and Campbell means crooked mouth, which basically means a liar, right? So he has John Campbell, who died of AIDS-related illness, age 39 steps. He has Jobriath, Bruce Wayne Campbell. Right? So quite a few Campbells or Chamberlains, eunuchs, right, involved with this AIDS idea, right? And this one was supposed to died of AIDS as well. Jobriath, Bruce Wayne Campbell, and of course, as I say, as the Chamberlain and the Campbell is the same thing, so also known as Cool Berlin. The Chamberlain, and the crooked mouth, so it's obviously all a lie, all this stuff, right? It's to do with trans programs. And obviously, the ultimate aim of it was to reduce populations. Like Babylon must fall, the babies born in London, population must fall. See?